Moving a family across the Malaysian peninsula involves a significant physical toll. Hauling gear through crowded terminals drains your energy before the trip even begins. For decades, families faced a rigid trade-off: pay premium prices for airline tickets or risk getting trapped in grueling highway traffic in your own car. But that calculation changes with the newly completed electric train service, or ETS Extension, which now connects JB Sentral directly to Kuala Lumpur and the northern border. Is spending 5 hours on a train actually a better experience than taking a quick flight or a cheap bus ride? To answer that, we have to look past raw transit speed and calculate the actual door-to-door time and the total effort required. This chart compares raw transit time against the full door-to-door journey. A flight is only an hour in the air, but once you add airport transfers and security lines, that timeline stretches out to match the train. We're going to map out the return on investment of the ETS, walk through the 5 best stops on the route, and lay out 5 rules for surviving the trip with kids. Because choosing how you travel determines whether you arrive ready to start your vacation or needing a full day just to recover. Let's run the numbers and compare our 3 main options head-to-head. This matrix evaluates the ETS train, flying, and the express bus. We score them on total cost, door-to-door time, and hassle factor. First, the flight. Speed is high, but 4 tickets cost up to 1,200 ringgit, and strict luggage limits create high friction. You also face the specific stress of navigating airport security and trying to keep young children seated at the terminal for an hour before boarding. Then, the express bus. It's the budget choice, but carries a severe risk of sitting in traffic for 7 hours. Finally, the ETS train. At roughly 328 ringgit for 4, it offers a predictable 5-hour duration at a moderate price. You trade the extreme speed of a plane to gain physical space. On the train, kids actually have room to stand up and walk around. You also gain reliability. The train moves steadily, completely unaffected by the unpredictable highway traffic outside. For a family of 4, the ETS hits the exact mathematical and spatial sweet spot, making the journey itself feel manageable. The West Coast Rail Corridor operates as a continuous link between Malaysia's major cultural hubs. Our journey's starting point in the south is JB Sentral. It's a direct gateway to Legoland and ferries. But if crossing from Singapore, you must account for heavy immigration delays before reaching the platform. Moving north into Perak, the second major stop is Batu Gajah. This is the stop for Kellie's castle. It's a unique heritage site, though you will need to arrange ground transport since it isn't walkable. Moving along the route, the next central hub is Ipoh. Ipoh is famous for its culinary and street art scene. Because it's so popular, tickets sell out fast, and the station is often very crowded. Continuing north, the rail route reaches Taiping and eventually Arau. Taiping offers a low-stress environment at the lake gardens, while Arau serves as a strategic ferry gateway for families heading to Langkawi. Ultimately, this rail line serves as a continuous link between cultural hubs, making it possible to visit significant historical sites without touching a steering wheel. To get the most out of the ETS, you have to pre-plan. If you show up unprepared, a 5-hour ride can quickly turn into a long afternoon. This checklist covers the basics for cabin comfort and entertainment. The air conditioning is kept chilly, so you'll need long pants and jackets. Also, the free Wi-Fi isn't stable enough to stream shows, so pre-download media before you leave. Rule 3, pack your own meals as the bistro sells out quickly. Rule 4, book quad seats early to secure a private family pod. Finally, arrive 45 minutes early to secure limited overhead bin space right above your seats. Taking the train means trading away airport security lines for the responsibility of managing your family's own comfort on board. Now we reach the final stage of our journey, deciding if this is the right mode for your next trip. Remember, the ETS is a space-rich, efficient utility. It's not meant to be a luxury bullet train. This decision tree helps determine if the train fits your specific travel goals. If you are doing a time-crunched 48-hour weekend dash between JB and KL, the 5-hour transit takes up too much of your time. In that case, you should fly. However, if you prioritize having physical space for your kids, optimizing your budget, and avoiding airport terminals, the choice is different. For those families, our definitive recommendation is to book the ETS.
It's the right choice for parents of toddlers who need to move around, and for anyone wanting to make the journey a functional part of the experience. The ETS Extension provides a way to cross Malaysia where the travel itself feels like a manageable part of the vacation.